Okay, so once all your settings are saved, there's not actually an awful lot you can do at this point. What you need to wait for is your listings to list, and you'll probably need to let them list over, 2 or 3 days before you start to make a sale. What I would suggest to do is turn your notifications on your phone for your emails and also your notifications on eBay. Okay, so sign into your eBay account on your phone. That way you'll get notifications when new items are listed via email, and you can switch those notifications on via your app as well. And also, more importantly, you'll get a notification when you make a sale or get a message from a customer. So it's super, super important early on that we can see these things and then obviously react to them as they happen. Now, things can be a bit slow in the first couple of days. Like I said, you can expect, to maybe list up to 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 items before you make that first breakthrough sale. And I just want you to know that's absolutely normal. However, in most cases, you'll actually see that sales will start coming through a lot faster, especially if you set up your global settings just like I have suggested, with those lower end profit margins to get the ball rolling for you. Now, the other things you would need to check, if your listings aren't listing, make sure to go in and check the listing generator in the SaleFreaks dashboard just to see that there isn't any system errors or any issues in terms of your setup. Okay, so when you go into the listing generator, you can click on here and you can see how many items have been listed or how many have failed. Okay, so this one's listed one item. I can see that's on there for me. And also worth noting that this item is still pending. So just because you see that an item is listed, don't panic if you can't see it on your eBay account yet. Sometimes it'll take 20, 30 minutes for it to actually appear. And this is just because it's going through the process of us taking it from SaleFreaks, taking all the supplier information direct from their website and putting it onto your eBay, and it's probably just in a queue of some sort. So don't stress about that whatsoever. When this becomes live, it will be the eBay live order ID, which will be clickable, and I'll just show you an example of that. So in this particular file here, we can see that a number of items have actually listed. And if we click on the listing here, it's not logged into this eBay account, but we can see the listing is on there. This is a 50th birthday banner, decoration kind of thing, backdrop. We can see all the pictures have pulled through to show you the material, to show you, how it looks on a wall, whatever else. And then if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see the item specifics are completed, and we can see that the item description from the seller has all pulled through there. So that's absolutely perfect. No issues with that whatsoever. So you'll start to see the notifications coming through on those listings, and then all of these listings here will have been listed. We also have the supplier ID, which shows us the Amazon listing, and then we can see some fails here. So you're going to get some failed listings. The first one is the Vero, which is short for verified rights ownership. This is like eBay's kind of brand protection. So there's certain items that can't be listed on eBay. For example, like knives, some other restricted items, brands, and things like that. So the beauty about SaleFreaks is it has a massive Vero database that will actually block these items from being listed on your store, for the most part anyway. So it does its best to block these things. It will block any duplicate listings. So if you have these listings already onto your store, it will block them from being listed twice, because eBay don't allow you to have duplicate listings. And if you had any system issues, this is going to be the big one you're going to need to watch out for if you're new, because this one could be where you could have an issue with maybe your business policy not matching correctly, or your eBay account isn't linked up correctly. So definitely check the system ones. And if you have any issue whatsoever, all you need to do is click on the support portal down in the bottom right hand corner, and you can send a message via intercom. You can also link the URL page of the listing generator that you're looking to report, for example. So anytime you have an issue on SaleFreaks, you want to give support as much information as possible. You want to put the URL of the item or the listing generator page, for example. You want to give a brief but accurate description of the problem that you're having and any errors that you're receiving, and you might even want to show some screenshots as well to attach. and then you can just send that message. Now, ordinarily, we can respond within about 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer when it is peak times or we're experiencing a lot of traffic, but that's the best way possible, and our staff can easily help you navigate those issues. So please do not hesitate to contact support. That's going to be your first port of call, and then you might want to ask if it's a sort of just a generic dropshipping related question on the Facebook group or something like that. So the next thing we want to do is have a look at your items page. Okay, so the items page is all your products that have been successfully listed on your eBay store. They'll have a status here over on the right hand side, which will either be active or inactive. Most of the time inactive is because it is out of stock or unavailable within your correct shipping times, or there's generally an issue with that item. But normally, for the most part, they'll be set to active. We can see if they've had any orders. We can see how long they've been listed to eBay under the age thing here. The non-API version cannot pick up eBay views, and eBay's also changed the way that they calculate views on a monthly basis. They reset and all sorts of things, so it doesn't actually matter as much. This shows you your estimated profit for these particular items. It shows you the price they're listed at, and it shows you the title length here as well, and actually the title of the product, although I've got some of this blurred out because I don't want people taking listings or identifying this person's eBay store. And then we also have their eBay store name as well. There is an advanced filter if you're looking to filter for any specific store. We have your account selected here, any specific supplier, your inventory in and out of stock. This is good when we want to remove out of stock items. We can check orders that have had sales versus ones that haven't for whenever we want to remove items that haven't sold. Then we also have some date range filters as well, so we can look for old items or we look for new items. So this one, I've looked at items that are basically a week old, or basically from today to a week old. Okay, so they're pretty fresh listings. Okay, now what I want to show you is how you can edit each particular listing if you want to optimize or if you want to change anything up with your listing. Okay, so let's go into this first one here. Now, as I explained earlier in the video, eBay love consistency, so they love you to list consistently, sell consistently, list more, and also remove your dead items. What they also love for the algorithm is unique items. If you can imagine, we're always taking the best selling products that people list. Naturally, people take the same title from the supplier, they take the same description, they take the same pictures, and before you know it, your listing is the same as multiple other different sellers that are selling the same product. So eBay will generally favor the one with the one that starts getting sales and builds up sales history is the one that generally they'll direct traffic to. It'll appear higher in search results and so on. So what do we have to do? We have to try and make our listing unique. Now, you can actually be really successful as a dropshipper just from bulk listing, playing a numbers game, and listing more, sell more has always been my motto and always been how I've survived. Now, recently what I've experienced is actually making your listings unique, especially if you're doing it for all your listings or even, a big portion of your listings or even the ones that aren't selling naturally. You do drastically increase your chances of success, especially when there is so much competition. So from this screen, we can pretty much do anything. Okay, we can add in the item specifics. I'll start with this first. So if we want to go onto the listing and find the actual item specific, now in this case a lot of these are down as not applicable. This is because when we've pulled the information from the supplier, it wasn't 100% clear for the software which item specific was the correct one to use in this case, or the item was not available from the listing information, from the text information. But what you can do is you can go away and you can have a little bit of a dig and you can correct these. Okay, we also see here that the brand name, which is just some random unknown brand, or certainly unknown from my knowledge, is in the item specific. So eBay specifically say that if it's in the item specifics, the brand does not need to be in the title, because item specifics do get taken into consideration when someone is searching on eBay. So effectively we are wasting valuable space in our listing when we can use other keywords that might be better off in this listing. So if you can see here, we've actually cut this title off, socks for. Okay, now that's because Amazon can have longer titles than eBay. Okay, so if we have a look at this product, we can see here that this is optimized for Amazon. Okay, so we have the title, but it's cut off at socks. So what we're missing out is men 5 to 12, size UK, 5 pairs multi-pack. So you wouldn't know you were getting 5 pairs. Now, a lot of people can wrongly assume because there's 5 pairs in the picture that you'll be getting 5 pairs. Not always the case. So what we could do is we could start to optimize this title, okay? So you can use various websites like Title Builder. It's a free website. You can just Google it and you can start to build out extra keywords, or you could look at the Amazon title and say, right, okay, what information do I have, but what's actually missing? So if I was looking at this, I would take out the men's part because it's actually duplicated, where we can have 4 men, 5 pairs. And what we want to do is try and get in somewhere where we can see it's UK 12 size. So the word socks is duplicate, okay? So we'd probably want to take that out. We want the title to be readable as well. So the eBay titles, what they like you to have is a readable title, gives the knowledge of what the product is to the customer, but also gives a feature and a benefit. That's what I like, you know. It's the product and then it gives a feature and a benefit, okay? So that's what you need to do when thinking about your titles. Now, I've just sat here, I've spent a couple of minutes, and then I'm still going to have to rejig words around and mess around, okay? So with SaleFreaks, we have the optimization tool, which is right here. So you can optimize your title based on dropshipping experience that we've had over 5-6 years and how we've figured out how the eBay algorithm likes to view a title, okay? So I'm going to take the original title and I'm going to optimize it, okay? This is going to cost you a small fee. It's like 0.25 of a token. So literally a couple of pennies and you can optimize your title automatically. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to click OK, and we're going to optimize our title. So you can see the little cog wheels turning here. Whenever it's done, the title will be optimized. It usually only takes a couple of seconds to do that. Bearing in mind, I have fiddled around with the title that we have here, but it should take the title from the original Amazon title. Okay, so as you can see here, it's used the kind of what it is. So we've got the thermal padded golf and walking socks for men, and we have some features and benefits. So we have anti-blister, we've got sweat proof, and we can see that it has 5 pairs. Now the only thing it hasn't put in here is the fact that it's size 12, okay? It was size 12, right? Oh, it's men's 5 to 12, so pretty much it covers most of the size. And I think probably with socks, it's probably very generic. Once you get to be an adult, the sock sizes are probably very generic. So most people that are searching for socks, it's going to be absolutely fine to have that in there. Now, what you could do is you could pop in, when we know this, size 5 to 12, UK, okay? And that, bang, that solves our problem there, okay? What we can also do is optimize the description. This is all very blocky. It all looks very sort of clumped together. And the description, eBay tell us not an awful lot of people actually read the descriptions. Most people kind of point and click and buy, you know, based on the title, based on the images and stuff. But we can just optimize that as well. So let's just go ahead and optimize the description. Descriptions just take a little bit longer. While that's doing that, I just want to re-emphasize, if you want to go for the big profits on higher competition items, optimization is key. You need to think, how can I stand out from all the other people selling the same or similar products? They're all selling them at quite low margins because they're all competing. What you need to think about is how you get eyes and more eyes of your customers onto your listing, and that's by using more keywords, that's by using unique descriptions. And obviously a lot of these Amazon titles, if you've noticed, a lot of them don't read very well. There's a lot of Chinese FBA sellers, a lot of foreign sellers on Amazon, and sometimes the way they word English is not how we would word it ourselves. So by taking the time and making it like an engaging, readable title in English for people that just want to read the title, and you know, not just have it stuffed with all these random keywords. They might be the best keywords, but if it's just a bunch of random keywords stuck together, it's often off-putting for the customer. So we can see this has optimized the description. And I'm not going to compare it, but it looks like it's tidied up a little bit anyway. And then we can go ahead and click on save on that once we're finished. If you want to amend the profit margin for a particular product, let's say we knew this was selling like crazy, we could change the profit margins up a little bit. We could change the default quantity here to 2 or 3 if we're selling a lot of these. We can also change the image, okay? So if you can imagine, all the suppliers take the first image from the supplier, or all the sellers take the first image from the supplier. What we might look at here is think, okay, is there a different image that might capture the attention of my buyers? And I might think, okay, this one here actually shows me a bit more of the detail about the different color types of this product. Bang, I'm going to take that one. Or we can apply a watermark from this page if we want to over the image, and then once we're done we just click on save. So once that's actually saved, if you're ever in this product again, it'll show you that the product has been optimized. So if we just go ahead and refresh, we'll actually see here that this is in green, that's been optimized. So it kind of stops you from re-optimizing it and wasting your money. Okay, so if you wanted to re-optimize this again, it probably just needs tweaked. It probably just needs a little bit of tweaking to change that around again. Okay, and that is pretty much it for optimization. You can click the optimization history and it'll actually tell you what it's changed to, what it's changed from, for example, and it'll tell you what date that was done on. So it's actually, if you see here, it's actually tried to add in the size 5 to 12 UK. However, the 80 character limit has stopped that, unfortunately. So normally the optimization does stop at 80 characters automatically, but in this case it's just cut it off, but it hasn't cut it off in any way that affects us. So it still builds the perfect title for us. You know, this reads much better than what this previous one did with a lot of the duplication and things on there. Okay, so once you start making more sales, you will start to use your dashboard. This first screen on SaleFreaks when you log in a little bit more. So you have your alerts over on the left-hand side. It tells you if you have any purchase issues, tells you if you have any pending orders and any unshipped Amazon orders. So as you can see from this seller here today, they have a few purchase issues, they have a few pending orders that they still need to clear up. And even at that, in the last 24 hours, they've done £32.93 in total profit for the day, which is excellent. So I'd imagine that'll be boosted again by a fair bit more once those pending orders go through. You can see how much profit they've done over the last 7 days, and then over 30 days, and then over the 1 year period. So as you can see, this person's averaging about £1,148 profit per month, and if you average that out over the year, then that's going to be, you know, close to £15,000 in a year. This is a relatively new drop shipper, so I think they're doing pretty well so far in what they are doing on there. You can see this button here. This one says Disable Auto Order Pro. This person is using the SaleFreaks fulfillment service as well as Amazon accounts of their own, which is probably why there's a couple of pending orders and some purchase issues as well when they're using a mix of their own Amazon accounts, maybe the higher priced orders and so on. If you are wishing to apply for that, you just click on the button which is Enable Auto Order Pro. You'll be put into an onboarding system and staff will reach out and get you onto Auto Order Pro. I can tell you it is really, really good in terms of making your business automated and having less things to worry about. And once the sales start coming in, you'll want to have a look at your orders tab from time to time. So you've got two tabs. You've got orders and you've got purchase issues. Purchase issues will tell you of any issues with products, whether they need manual fulfilled or not, like for example long shipping times or out of stocks, which can often appear. So you can click that and you can review your purchase issues, and you can also review your orders as well. So if we go into here, we want to see what's been purchased and what's actually been shipped, just to show you guys the sales that are being made and the kinds of profits that you can expect on each sale. Bearing in mind, an average price for a dropshipper is probably like £15. So obviously the more sales you make, the more money there is. It is a numbers game, it is a volume game. You're going to sell a ton of lower priced items, but you're going to get decent profit off them. So as you can see, this particular product sold for £10, and the profit achieved here after all our fees on eBay is £1.45, so it's well over 10% profit. We can see here 809 and the profit is £1.15. We can see as well this was processed via AO, which is Auto Order Pro. We can see the supplier account here, Auto Order Pro, and we can see that all of these sales have all come in from the best seller auto lister, okay? Bar one with Coupon Hunter and another two here, which I'm guessing they've maybe listed some manual items themselves or something, but most of the sales are coming through from bestseller auto lister. You can see here that that is the case, and you can see the profit on those items. So some of them are manual purchase, some of them are auto order pro. You just click into this one, you can see the order page itself. So you can see this particular product was purchased. We can see that it was listed via the bestseller auto lister. We can see the supplier. We can see the income that we got from eBay. We can see the cost that we paid, the eBay transaction fees, and your estimated eBay fees. Now, in some cases, the product could have sold in a category which has way less eBay fees. It could be like a 9 or 10% category, which means we'll have made more. But if we have our fees set sort of 12, 13%, that's usually covering all eventualities. And as we can see here, the profit on this one item was £2, okay? So you might think £2 isn't a lot, but if you're on your way to trying to make £1,000 per month, you need to make 500 sales, okay? You need to make 500 sales to net your £1,000, okay? But on an average basis, that is really only 16 sales on average per day, and that is more than achievable in this business model, okay? And in actual fact, when you get to this level, you should be making sort of between 25 and 50 sales per day in order to make those kind of profits. Obviously, our average profit per order being £2 here, you know, is not going to be as high at the start, but you can certainly build it towards that stage. You can see all your buyer's information over the left-hand side if you have to make a manual purchase. And you can see all the information from the supplier account here, including the supplier order number and the price. And then down in the bottom left-hand corner, when the item is shipped, you will see the tracking information. So let's go in and see one that is shipped. And let's have a look. It's just to show you where you can see the tracking information there on that one as well. You can see this one's shipped and tracked by Blue Car Express. We can click on the link. And we can see here that it was delivered today. Okay, so we can see the process. All that information gets uploaded onto eBay. We can see that it was out for delivery. We can see it was delivered. You can track every single parcel and you can provide that information to eBay, and it fully integrates with eBay as well. Okay, you can see your marketplace items should you wish to view your listing on eBay, and you can see the supplier item here if you wish to view that on Amazon as well. And you can see all your fees included and everything on there. This one's just taking a little while to load. But you got the idea in the last order anyway. So super straightforward, and you'll just start to notice the sales will start rolling in. If you're consistent, if you do everything right, 100% you will see the sales. So let's just have a look. How many sales has this account done today? Yeah, let's just see today. Obviously today isn't over yet, but let's get an average, an idea of how many orders this account has done in sort of roughly the last time is it? That can't be right. That's from April. Let's have a look, a day and a half. Okay, let's have a look how many orders it's done in roughly a day and a half. So it's done 36 orders, okay? So we've seen on there that it was doing £1,100 worth of profit per month. I kind of said we needed to do 15, 16 sales a day at an average of £2 per day to make that kind of money. As we can see, over a day and a half, it's done 36 orders. So that's on average, you know, probably 20 orders a day. If we, you know, this will probably finish over 48 hours. It'll probably finish on closer to 50 orders anyway. I would imagine it's 7 o'clock here in the UK at the moment, or sorry, it's almost 8 o'clock here in the UK. So still a good few hours of sales later in the evening to come. So yeah, really reasonable in terms of expectations and what you should be achieving. Now, if you're enjoying this and if you feel that dropshipping is for you and you want to take your business to like another level and you really want to get into it, I do have a 7-figure dropshipping method that I've used over the last 5 years to build my eBay business A to Z. Okay, so I'll show you how to build a fully automated business that's profitable from month one. No frills, no bullshit. My complete course includes everything. So basically everything that I've taught you in this video, but a lot more in a lot more depth. Okay, there's a video here just explaining a little bit about this. I would also recommend that you download my free ebook. Just pop in your name, your email, and your phone number and get a free copy. That tells you basically in depth in a PDF a lot of the stuff that we've talked through the video. But again, the more that you learn, the more that you can potentially earn. Sign up for the free ebook. It also gives you, I think, a money off the actual course as well. The course is so in depth with everything that I've talked about. Not only how you kind of scale from day one, but also every inside out bit of knowledge that you need to know from eBay. You can have a read at the website here, some testimonials and things like that, and some more information about the course. You can see the packages that I offer. So there is a lot of one-to-one coaching experience, and there is a lot of one-to-one through our Discord community as well. So we have a private Discord community when you sign up for the course. So we have a lot of different resources in there as well as on the course. We run a monthly live webinar where we have cover different topics, have different guests, Q&A sessions. We have all our announcements, all our results, and our daily chat where we constantly are helping people with their dropshipping business as well. So you have a lot of resources, a lot of community vibes going on in there, and a lot of help basically when you need it, and support and inspiration. So the course itself, I'll just do a little quick read through. It is about 8 modules, and each module has a ton of different resources in there. Navigating the course, recommended resources, all the information you need to know, risk versus reward, your first 90 days, setting up your eBay account. You have a full ultimate eBay customer service guide. It covers everything: metrics, payments, Veros, restrictions, Seller Hub, and so much more. So everything that I've talked about in a lot more detail. We have course recaps, listing plans, additional resources, my recipe for success, which a lot of product research, sourcing videos, secret sauce, which has eBay promotions, tips and tricks, inventory management, all the things that you need, advanced stuff when you want to run multiple eBay accounts using virtual machines, and so on and so on. So you get all that within the course, but the main aspect of it is you get access to us on a one-to-one basis and all the help that you need on there. We also have other information with regards to how to maximize cashback, Amex points, and all these things. Even with that all aside, there is so much on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook community groups. There is more than enough to get you going in your eBay dropshipping SaleFreaks journey. It is just that easy. You can literally sign up and start listing products to your eBay store today. And this is one of the most low barrier to entry, cost-effective ways to earn money online and actually start creating a real online business. None of this Forex trading or pay us £1,000, we'll turn it into $1 million in 5 days kind of scammy nonsense. This is proven business model that has worked over and over, time and time again. Very straightforward, very automated. You can go out there, you can talk to our users and see for yourself. But as always, thanks for watching this short guide to dropshipping in 2024. This is everything that you need to get started and much more. Don't forget to sign up to the 100% free dropshipping course. Check out the Facebook community in the description as well, and the Instagram account where you can find all the latest tips and tricks for your dropshipping business. Thanks, take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.